everybody, so sorry for the delay in videos. I think last time I did a video, we were doing the IUI. That did not work for, I guess it was maybe the third one since Nate. So after that, the doctor wanted to have a consultation with us. I knew exactly what he wanted us to do. I knew he wanted us to switch to IVF. So I didn't even bother having the consultation. I just called an IVF center and set up an appointment there because I didn't want to wait and, just put things off more and more and more. It's such a game of waiting with infertility anyway. I just didn't want to prolong it. So that's what we did. We set up an appointment. We went up there. We met with somebody. We went over everything. They said with PCOS, IVF is very, very successful, so we're hoping that we don't have a problem. I'm a little concerned about the quality of my eggs and things just because the IUI didn't work. That worries me a little bit, but this is also a good way to determine that. So, and I'm not going to worry about stuff before it even happens. There's just no point. That's where we're at. I'm just starting a cycle of IVF. I really don't even know that much about it. I haven't had time to research stuff. I never thought we'd be here. I never thought we would have to do IVF after IUI worked with Nate. I never thought we would do this, but, once again, with infertility, it doesn't go the way that you think it will. Which is fine. I've kind of come to terms with that. I mean, it sucks. Don't get me wrong, it sucks. But I try to look at the benefit of things. The first benefit that I see is that I'm 34, and I know that I'm 34 and a half. At age 35, you run the risk. Your risks are higher for Down syndrome and things like that. And so if they take eggs right now and, we end up having enough to freeze or whatever, they'll still be better quality eggs than what they'll be later on when we're ready to have more kids after this baby. I mean, I still want a huge family. So I'm hoping that's still possible, and I'm hoping with IVF maybe that'll even happen a little quicker. Maybe we'll have twins. There were a couple. It wasn't a huge decision to move on to IVF. The only thing I said is my husband and I sat down and talked about it. The only thing that I said is that as far as my beliefs go, if we do the IVF and we end up freezing 10 more embryos or whatever the case may be, I want to use them all. And that's the one thing I wouldn't budge on, and my husband was fine with that. So if that means that we end up having, obviously, they won't all take or whatever, but, I don't want to, I would even maybe consider donating them, but with my husband's genetic disorder, which is what ended up happening with Nate, I don't think anyone would want them anyway. So, that's where we're at with doing that. The other interesting thing is the first time we met with the doctor and we talked about Nate and Nate's history, they can actually, and I'm going to tell you guys this, and I really don't care what anyone else thinks, to be completely honest. We made up our mind how we feel about this, and how everyone else feels is irrelevant because it's our child, and that's really how I feel. But they actually would be able to determine if a baby had Stickler syndrome through the embryo, through testing that they do. Our insurance does cover it, but we have opted not to do it. Just because my feelings on that are very simple. I feel like if we go through that to rule out what babies have Stickler syndrome and to not use those embryos, it's like telling Nate that there's something wrong with him and that we would choose for him to be different. And I feel very strongly about that. I never want him to feel that way. It's not Jorge, say hi. It's not a life-threatening condition. It's not something that's fatal. It's not something that will ever, cause him serious problems. Obviously, he had some issues and he's had to go through some surgeries and stuff like that. But, people have different issues. They have different genes, and that's just how we feel. Are you going through my purse? Can I have that, please? Can I have that? Thanks. So that's Nate, guys. Everyone wanted to see him. I apologize. I don't know what the backdrop looks like here. My office is a mess. We're getting ready for Nate's second birthday party, and it's going to be Elmo. I'll show you guys. We have a box of Elmo stuff there. We have favor bags there. Plus, on top of that, we are building an entertainment center. Can I have that, please? We are building an entertainment center out there, so everything from where old entertainment center and TV were are on the table. Our house is just a complete disaster. On top of that, I've not been feeling the greatest, so, you know, it's just a mess. But I wanted to do this video because today I actually got my IVF meds in the mail, and it's a touch scary because you get a huge, huge box of needles and injectable stuff. I already put the Gonal F in the refrigerator, but there's all kinds of stuff that has to be injected, all kinds of needles, I don't know, different needles, stuff that has to be mixed. Yeah, so it sounds like it's going to be fun. Like I said, I haven't really researched IVF a whole lot. I haven't had time. I mean, I'm just going to do what the doctor says. They haven't even told me what meds I do when or what. They didn't really get into that because I think that they wait until they get your blood and work and stuff back to do that. So, that's it. Now we just basically start the cycle and go from there. I mean, I'll definitely go through and hopefully have time to, you know, journal it and vlog it, because I really want to have the same things for the next baby that I had for Nate, you know, how I felt and things like that, going through it as just like a diary for them. So, let me show you Nate again, because I know a couple people have asked, and I'm going to steal my nasal spray from him that he has. Can I have that, please, buddy? Look at the, can you guys, oh, sorry, ignore my messy floor. Can you see the curls on his head? Hi. Say hi. How old are you going to be? Are you going to be 2? You're going to be 2? 2? He is just a stinking cutie, this one. Aren't ya? You're cute. Alright, guys. So, that is a quick update. I could get into more, but that's the gist of everything, and I don't want to make it so long. But I will start trying to do videos from here. Alright, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.